Radio August. Investigations into the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw are continuing this evening. Miss Shaw was found dead in her home at approximately 10 p.m. last night in what police are describing as a puzzling case. Residents are urged to be cautious until the perpetrator is caught. I cannot stress this enough, August. Stay safe out there. You mean the world to me. In other news, Monroe has been detained on urgent business, so you're stuck with me until she returns. Never fear, Monroe fans. We still have lots of pre-recordings, so you can relax with her angelic tones. That's 9 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
He was weak. By late afternoon, she'd taken one of...
Sam, I've got some heavy rain news. Lawrence Petrovsky, that's his real name, and no, he's not a Russian spy. But he does have a criminal record. He was charged with the murder of a 21-year-old artist. Looks like he got off on a technicality by all accounts. About 3 months ago in Hong Kong. Be careful, Sam. If you're going to ask him about this, it could be a flight risk. And you know, there's a good chance he could be the killer. Door's behind you.
Question. Animals were cheap.
Hey, I'm going. There's too many people asking questions, it's exhausting. I'm off to stay at my aunt's. I'll come back tomorrow, but I've said everything I can say.
Penn didn't bother with a cage. She didn't need one. The bird...
Probably right here. Why? I didn't realize I was under house arrest. Thanks for the advice. I hope I'm not the only suspect.
Like the good girl, she... Parrot squawked. Poor baby Penn.
You're the detective. Monroe just called. This is madness. Who would want to hurt her? We've worked together for years. She's the light to my shade, the angel to my demon, the diamond to my lump of coal. She told me to say all those things. I believe not. She has a big heart, and in my opinion, opens it too easily. Only a madman. Or woman. Monroe is August's sweetheart. Poe and Monroe. That was her idea. Our show. We were just another local radio station before that. It was Monroe who decided we should have a theme. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe. Don't tell me you haven't heard it, detective. That's what the Free Radio Project is all about. Uniting August via the airwaves. Monroe's been delivering free radios anywhere people might want to listen. Doctors' surgeries, hairdressers, the guest house. I believe she charmed the local electrical store into donating them, in exchange for free advertising, of course. We interviewed her about her scholarship not too long ago. Do you think whoever killed Dorota plans to kill Monroe? What makes you think she's in danger? Tarot? Does this have anything to do with the gentleman who stopped by? I didn't get his name, I'm afraid. He offered to do a spot on our show, doing tarot readings to answer listener questions. We said we'd think about it. You know, this town is fascinating. There's a lot more to it than meets the eye. Have you ever read up on the real history of August? The official story is that Mary August retired from a life on the high seas, found a nice spot here, and used her ill-gotten gains to establish a town.
But that's not what really happened. It's true that Mary August was a pirate, but she didn't retire. Her ship was sunk on the rocks just off the coast. Mary and all of her crew sought refuge in a small fishing town, this one. They slaughtered everyone, men, women, and children, all dead and dismembered in their own homes. The bodies were dumped in a mass grave. Well, the body parts. And the pirates moved in. Yes, August was built on the blood of innocents. Kind of puts Dorota's murder into perspective, doesn't it? On that note, I should probably get back to the booth. The show must go on. Death threats be damned. Look after Monroe, detective. She's the only Monroe I've got.
It's now 10 o'clock. Here's your August update. Investigations deepen into last night's murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw, a talented cellist who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard, was found strangled at her home last night. With the murderer still at large, Chief DuPont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else being harmed. Alice, if you're listening, let me know you're okay. In other news, a handful of August residents have reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier this evening. The lights, which witnesses describe as searingly bright, were spotted over the east edge of town, past the fire station. Have you seen any strange lights? Or for that matter, little green men? Let me know. That's 10 o'clock with Poe.
Vanessa upright on the couch, just like before I shot her. I believe you, I say, looking at my gun, but I just shot you. You didn't shoot me, she smiles. I told you.
Oh, it's you. I was hoping it might be Zach. No? Oh, him, yes. I've heard him on the radio. Never met in real life, though. Are you mocking me, Sam? No, I have never met the man. No. And I've got some very important news for him if he ever shows up. Yes. If he ever shows up. Ah, yes, now I remember. It's the one in the hall. Sometimes cuts through the unbearable silence in this place. Not really. I expected her to be blonde for some reason.
That dream could mean.
Very interesting.
Sorry, Sam, what can I do for you? Yeah, I always cry around this time of night. What's the point, Sam, huh? If we can't save them. Mercury is a curse. It's like some tourist guide for murders. I try for Lexi and Rain to make them think that we can make a difference, make a change, but we haven't so far. What if we can't make a change? Maybe if we could just save one person, Sam. Alice. We need to save her. We need to. Yes, she's definitely got a monkey on her back. I saw her get changed. she's got all these scars on her back in the shape of a monkey. Like they've been burned into her. What the hell happened to her, Sam? Yes, I've managed to sneak a look at her laptop. She's been Googling Ellis Munro. It rings a bell, but no. Sorry, Sam.
Strolled blithely down the pavement, tracking the pensioner. The old man reached the entrance to an alleyway.
Honestly, you don't. Once they're caught, a few hours later, they've hopped timelines into someone else. We just keep chasing them, continuously trying to stop them ruining lives. Yes, but it kills the vessel too. So, you could have a traveller inside you right now, and if I killed you, you'd both be dead. I'm not sure. So that's what this is about. Chief Dupont has finally dug up my old record. I am Lawrence Petrovsky. Victoria Cheng, a very good painter. I didn't kill her, though. I was trying to save her. Hong Kong. It was our third encounter with a traveller. We'd managed to trap her on the roof of an apartment complex. Roughly translated, the building was called Flight, which was ironic. When the traveller realised we had it cornered, it tried to jump off. I managed to grab Victoria's ankle, but I couldn't hold on. Hong Kong being Hong Kong, there was about 37 tourists that filmed the whole thing. So to some people, it looked like I was dangling her over the edge of a building to meet her doom. I wasn't. I was trying to save her.
Tonight's the night. It's been building up in me for the last 8 days, so tonight I'll go looking for trouble.
It was weird. Zach thought he'd already met me. Why would that be, Sam? That's what I thought, although I'm sure he said my name. Anyway, I did find out one thing. He has a massive collection of books about serial killers. What's that about? Oh my god, who told you about Victoria? She died. Jumped off a building. We tried to save her. Well, Rain tried to save her. Sam, we need to save Ellis. Victoria's already gone. A who, what, Petrov's what? No. Should I? He's off the radio. I don't really know him. Actually, I'm glad you're here. I really, really want to do a reading for you right now. You know, to help. Great. Let me just draw 3 cards for you. This is just a general reading. You don't need a question. Okay. Oh, the 2 of Cups. That's mysterious. Is there anyone you feel a spark of attraction to? Maybe someone you've met recently? The Lovers. I did not expect that. It seems this attraction has the potential to be life-changing, if you want it to be. And finally, the Knight of Cups. This card is about pursuing your heart's desire. I think it's time to tell that someone special how you really feel. Wow, what an interesting reading. Does it mean anything to you? You catch on quickly, don't you, Sam?
Wrong. At least I knew what to do when the dream started.
Don't confirm the existence of travelers. They're not ready.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
Life is out of the question. I simply cannot afford to have relationships have foundered on this rock. You won't let anyone get close to you is a phrase I've heard more.
It's going to be soon. Whatever happens to Alice, it will be soon.
How do you know it's going to be soon?
I can sense it. Are you not picking anything up, Lex? There's a traveller nearby.
No.
Mescaline mainly, but I don't recommend you try it. Do you really want to hear this?
Yes.
At uni, I read a book by Aldous Huxley called The Doors of Perception. He takes mescaline and basically trips his balls off. And the party girl I used to be thought, yay. My experience wasn't anything like his, though. People looked like tiny rainbow outlines. And I would notice that some of them would just appear from nowhere. Those ones, the ones from nowhere, I think they're the travelers. They kind of merge into one person and suddenly there's only one outline. That's what I see. But you, no drugs for you, young lady. Tea and nothing else, alright?
For a moment, I think the footsteps are going to pass, but he...
So, aliens. Violet. What are we thinking, Lex?
Violet and aliens? Ray, why'd you pray for them?
Well, because right now, I can't think of anything else that would help.
Maybe try and get answers from the tarot?
The only tarot with real answers is Mercury, and Mercury asks the questions. So other than staring at it for the rest of the night, I'm out of ideas.
Violet and alien?
Hasn't Bron told you? Violet said she was abducted by aliens. But not your usual stick me on a slab, call me grey type aliens. Aliens that decorate.
Decorating aliens?
Strange, isn't it? Why would an alien decorate? Perhaps an alien that's not an alien?
If it's a traveller, why is it strangling people?
I have no idea. August is basically our hellmouth.
I relax and open the gates. Let the slayer come through. Ringside seat as the term, or all three combined. Sets my senses on fire, even though I'm riding pillion. The hunter now becomes the hunted, freezes. My
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
to avoid the spray and feel his neck break under my hand.
Zach, the game is up. I think you should leave town.
What?
I know where you were last night. I followed you to Dorota's house. Well, I didn't know it was Dorota's house until we arrived. Call it women's intuition.
I was at the studio. You were at Dorota?
Don't change the subject. Sam and Dupont will put two and two together.
And then what?
And then they're going to arrest you. You weren't there long, I suppose, but then I guess it doesn't take you long, does it?
You're spying on me.
I saw you leave her house, and then I went in. She was naked, lying radiant on the bed. What did I find in her closet? A wedding dress. Who was that for, Zach? Who was that for? And then covering for you. We're finished. You need to leave. Now.
The paranoid wait to see if they're going to catch me this time. I pay the driver and head for the back of through the grimy glass. Then there's another long walk through the rain. The tiredness drops.
Good evening, Zachary. That's for being a creep with Alice. Now get out of my radio station.
Yet, feel the satiated slumber of the beast, and the memory of the assault grows. Long to sleep myself, but everything must be put in order. The clothes I wore are bagged and ready for disposal. I'll take them to the dump tomorrow first thing. Then I'll...
Hi, I'm Ellis. I'm Ellis.
I know I can't resist the Slayer's needs, and I have no idea how long it will continue, so I am left with the image from now, battering a victim with my walking. The old man walked down the alley as fast as his arthritis would allow him. He was looking forward to a...
Al, I'm so sorry. You mean everything to me. I won't let you die.
Are you...
Of course I'm okay. It's you who's shrouded in darkness, my love. Elle, we must finish what we started.
Nope. What do you mean?
Us. Our love. I don't care what happens to me. I'm going to leave her. I know I keep saying it, but this time, I really do mean it. Are you ready to spend the rest of your life with me, no matter its length?
No. Yes?
Elle, I fell in love with you the first day we met. You ripped out my heart, diced it into pieces, and reshaped it in your form. I will always be yours, forever. Elle. Will you marry me?
No. Yes!
Elle, I love you. You don't know how happy you've made me. My angel. My absolute angel.
Are you really married?
Yes, you've met my wife and family. They're sadly not actors I've hired to make my life look richer than it is. Tomorrow, I will tell her about us. And I will leave her. Another heart broken, another family destroyed, another villainous father.
Is your wife gonna kill me? How long have we been together?
No. At least I don't think so. She doesn't know anything about us. Not yet, anyhow.
Tiniest cracking of skull, blood and...
Alice, do you have the amethyst?
What amethyst?
Poe's amethyst pendant? The one we have the buyer for?
Poe's pendant?
Okay, we're playing silly buggers now. Don't worry about it. My buyer will have found something by the time you pitch up with it anyway.
Stared at Uni. She's stepping over its limp legs without even looking, her eyes fixed on him. Waiting for what? He crouched down for a closer look. The kitten's eyes were open. Blue, pink nose, pink ears, so fluffy. The cutest thing.
I'm Poe, and this is your August update. August update.
Its back legs lay helplessly on the floor.
I'm sorry, can I help you? It's not a very good time at the moment, I'm afraid.
Really? Anything I can help with?
No, not really.
To move, but the kitten wouldn't stop struggling, suffering. Then draped it over the kitten's head. He stood and raised his foot. It would have to be a...
John, I'm gonna be fine.
How long have we been?
On the radio? I started at Radio August about 2 years ago. Why?
No, I mean, romantically.
You kissed me on the first day. Don't you remember? I was putting on my makeup and you came up behind me. I saw how you were watching me in the mirror. It made me feel alive.
Why didn't you tell?
What didn't I tell you about Dorota?
That you were sleeping with her.
Can't we talk about this another time? It's just that it's late, and I'm about to get murdered. I thought you'd come to put your arms around me and tell me everything was going to be all right.
We need to talk about this now.
Stay at the radio, Poe. Sam's taking care of me now. I'm gonna be saved. Didn't you know? I love you.
I love you. I'm staying.
Of course you are. You're in here. And you always will be, but the show must go on. We've got listeners to think about too.
Jumped up on the bed and Noah leaned forward to nuzzle. Thing for Mummy. Ivan perched on the duvet. Did you order this? He asked. His voice sounded shakier than usual. Didn't I
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Anything for you?
Come to Poe's Curiosity Shop. Now,
What can we do to help
Haven't we done enough? Not many people get to know when they're going to die, let alone get the chance to avoid it. We've given Ellis a huge advantage.
So what should we do?
Maybe Sam's her lucky charm. Anything short of an apocalypse would be considered a victory at this point.
Like a wooden bell with a large handle.
Yeah, it kind of looks...
Bron, I thought about the whole restraining thing, and it's really hard to ask someone if they mind you tying them up for a while. I did a thing for Sam anyway. It might have helped.
What are you doing now?
I don't know. I don't want to lie about my alibi again, though. What should I do?
Log into Tarotasm. Stay with me. Log into Tarotasm.
Okay, this time we'll actually stay in the same room, though. And maybe we should try and hang out with Rain and Violet, too. Group alibi. You're the best.
Lena, well, if I'm honest, Lena, it sounds a bit of a nightmare.
Nightmares.
I dream that I'm in a strange house, but in the dream it's my house, and I'm discovering lots of empty rooms I'd forgotten I had. Every time I find a new room, but then I start noticing dark holes in the walls with and bugs. I don't know about you, Poe, but I don't really like the sound of that very much.
That is very creepy, but it's kind of my...
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
They're all these different, perhaps different, have holes in them, so unresolved issues that have not perhaps she's experiencing issues in different aspects of her life, and
I followed you.
Are you insane? Why did you follow me, you stupid bitch?
You killed Dorota. You killed...
No, I did not kill Dorota. But thank you for spreading that rumor.
So you're quite correct in what you're saying about filling up different aspects of her life and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what the bugs represent are the anxieties and the fears. Now, Lena, it sounds like you're worried that you're not living up to your potential.
Violet, I'm actually a bit tied up at the moment. Well, in danger, actually.
Wish you could be. But Lena, you can wish it. You can do it. Thank you for your dreams.
Welcome to...
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
In the center?
Yes.
And it's tiny.
Did you get a call from my doctor?
Your doctor did call.
Did you tell her I was being compliant?
I said you were taking the pills.
Thank you, Claude. I won't forget that.
You said you saw other heads when you were taking...
Yes. Other girls, younger than me. Nobody I recognised. They all had red hair.
Do you think this place is nearby? They all...
Yes, they all had red hair. They were all very pretty. And they were all alive. In that moment.
It was excavated at Brindley Hill, the site of a standing circle within August. You might have seen.
Chief DuPont. Grave news indeed. No. She wants me to keep broadcasting, which means I'll be booth-bound for most of the night. She'd be safer at home, with someone protecting her.
Can't I get someone else to handle the radio?
And murder Poe and Monroe? No, Chief DuPont. Alice couldn't take that. Not tonight. We did think of asking you to do a guest evening at some point, though, if you're interested.
No, I don't want to dilute my brand.
Then I will pencil you in, Chief. It will be an honor and a privilege. Sorry, I must go back to the broadcast. The radio, she calls me like a siren, and she must be obeyed.
And it's so easy here. There's so much the phenomenon, so much ritual. It made infecting one after another as easy as walking down the street past the tree.
Hello, I'm Rain.
It took time for her fall, but the demon knew.
Why do you think the killer's chosen?
Because she sees her as a threat. Or he.
Until the...
It's getting closer, isn't it?
What's getting closer? Do you think this John...
I doubt it. As far as I know, they're live on air a lot of the time, and I'm not sure he could have nipped out, murdered Dorota, and made it back for the news at 10.
So it could be...
It could be anyone. It could be you, Ray.
What's getting closer?
The event. Whatever's going to happen to Ellis. I can feel it.
The demon would grow stronger, too big.
Hey.
How's the Ouija?
Full of annoying voices that aren't helping me. I've only just got back from the photographer's place, so I haven't had a chance to go at it yet.
Say anything about me?
I didn't ask it about you. Do you think I should?
No.
Alrighty, stay there and I'll think of a question. Okay, let's see. Oh dear. I asked it if you were still the same Rain I knew and loved.
And now it was just a waiting game until she got to her empty home every night, night after night. When she finally had enough. Just the weight on her shoulders and whispers around.
Rain, what an unexpected pleasure. Maybe you could help me with something.
Sure.
When you were here yesterday, you don't recall seeing a small green velvet pouch anywhere, do you?
No.
Well, keep your eyes peeled. The pouch contains Augustan gold coins, believed to have been part of Mary August's original hoard. Oh, sorry, you don't know the town's origin story, do you? Suffice to say, if you see them, please return them to me. They're in the pouch for a reason. If anyone comes into contact with them, bad things happen. I have to be on air in a minute. Another time, maybe?
But more than that, humans don't want to be in pain. So she succumbed to the sickness, or tried at least. Girls almost never get it right on the first try. Her red hair fanned out around her pillow. Bedfellow. Pills don't hurt, right?
Yes. Should I be surprised you've seen it? Years ago, tattoos and piercings were frowned upon, but they're all in vogue now. Maybe branding scars will be in fashion too. Did he? Did he tell you that he was there too? I assumed Dorota was disappointed with the sex they'd had, so Zack killed her for attacking his masculinity. Well, that's just a lie. He's covering for himself. I never went into her bedroom. How could it be me?
The note redid the demon's ritual, just different and...
Thanks for trying to cheer me up. We chased her up onto a rooftop, and she jumped. Rain almost saved her, but he couldn't hold on. Chief DuPont dragged that up, I suppose. Now what's that supposed to mean? Of course he was trying to save her.
Wasn't quite spreading yet. That death alone couldn't... And they made it so easy. Her tragic story painted the town red with her hair and her blood, satiated the awful.
Yes, I'm surprised she told you about that. How did that come up? Why would Zach Weston know that? Maybe she was selling it to him. Alice is a bit of a spendthrift, unfortunately. Likes to live life on the edge of her credit card limit. It's actually not the first time I've bailed her out. She said it was to pay off her credit cards. Why would she lie to me about that? Alice is a saint, Sam. I trust her with my life. So I definitely trust her with my money. I didn't expect news to travel this fast. You can't tell anyone else. I've not told my wife yet. I think she should at least hear it from me. I will leave my wife either way. I do hate people that jump ship only when another ship pulls up alongside them. If I drown, it's only right and fair. You can't condone my actions, I understand. Divorce is strangely delicious. A great polarizing topic for society. So many people think it's clearly wrong. So many people think it's clearly acceptable. As the tide turns, the stigma fades. Enjoy your life, detective. I hope you pick once and pick right.
Tore him apart and choked with him, draped from the branches like flower.
I couldn't do this without him. He looks out for me. He's my best friend. What do you know, Sam? He does? That's so sweet of him. But I could never do that. I'm not ready to settle down, Sam. And Poe has a wife and family, and I don't want anyone to get hurt. I delivered radios all over town. I don't think I should have bothered with some of them, though. I don't think... Violet, is it? I don't think Violet liked me very much. Maybe. I don't know why anyone would be threatened by me, though. I'm not interested in stealing anyone's man. I didn't steal Poe. He gave himself to me. It's not what it sounds like. Dorota lost her scholarship. She said it was an administrative error. She showed me the letter and everything. No, I didn't. I told you he'd asked to take pictures of me. You never asked if we were selling a pendant together. The money was for her, Sam, so she could have her dream of being a cellist. I wanted her to have her dream. It doesn't matter now. No, not exactly. I told him I was in trouble with credit cards, and he offered to bail me out. I asked if I could have one of his artifacts, and of course he gave it to me. It's off. I said I'd pose for some photos, but that's it. I used to be a burlesque dancer, so I don't mind showing my body, but Zach's not getting a private show. Not now.
Violet?
Why would she say that? That would put us both at the crime scene. Dorota was fine when I left her. She asked me to come over and watch her get her freak on, which I did, being the gentleman that I am. I misread the signal somewhat, as I thought I was supposed to join in, which was not the case. I think she threw a teddy bear at me or something. After that I left. I had no idea Violet was spying on me. Don't get excited, detective. I did a criminology course. They make you buy the books.
A better shape than he is. I limp past the wreck towards the exit ramp. At the top, a reinforced steel wall now separates the lab's underground car park from the outside world. And with my back against it, I may have time to take all 8 shots before